Hello all my friends. Oh, that's not that important. More important is that about what we're gonna talk today. Just imagine.
You are not born into comfort. You are born in winter, 1925, in a small village near Smolensk. Cold enters your life before language does. The stove goes out faster than hope. Milk is scarce. Fear is not. Your father still laughs. For a while. Then one night, men come. No uniforms. No explanations. Just shadows in the doorway and boots in the snow. You never see him again. You are 7. You stand in line for bread. Snow up to your ankles. An empty stomach. Your mother breaks the ration in half and gives you the bigger piece. You pretend not to notice. You learn early. Crying is dangerous. Being weak makes you visible. Being visible gets you taken. You hear new words: enemy, traitor, saboteur. You don't understand them yet, but they understand you.
12. You are taught not to think. You are taught to repeat. A red scarf around your neck like a collar. You smile in class. Inside, you go quiet. Your friend stops coming to school. The teacher doesn't ask why. Neither do you. Learn the most important rule. Survival isn't about being right. It's about being silent.
You are 16. You work in a factory. Metal cuts your hands. Slogans cut your mind. You watch people disappear for jokes, for rumors, for nothing. Your mother gets sick. There is no medicine. You hold her hand and hear her last word: live.
Do. Not because you want to, but because you must. You are 19. They give you a rifle older than you, boots that don't fit, orders that don't care. Your first battle is not heroic. It's loud, dirty, and fast. You shoot at shadows. You fall into mud. You watch someone your age vanish in red smoke. You don't scream. You keep moving. 25. You return to what used to be your home. Only walls remain, and silence. You are not happy. You are not free. You are just alive. And in the 1930s Soviet Union, that is already a victory. Didn't become a legend. You didn't become a hero. You became someone who learned the only real skill that matters here: how to disappear.
How ordinary people lived. Most people in the 1930s USSR lived in constant shortage. Food was rationed. Meat was rare. Bread was never enough. Homes were cold, crowded, and often shared by several families. In lines for hours just to get basic food. Many survived on soup made from potato peels. Hunger wasn't a phase, it was a lifestyle. Fear was everywhere. You didn't speak freely, you didn't joke, you didn't trust. People were the poorest in comfort, but the richest in endurance. Soldiers lived. Soldiers lived between discipline and death. Poor equipment, old rifles, thin uniforms, little training. In mud, marched in snow, and ate whatever they could find. Courage wasn't about medals, it was about surviving one more night. Were the bravest, but also the most disposable. Politicians and party elites lived. The party elite lived in a different world. They had warm apartments, real food, doctors, protection. People starved, they dined. While soldiers froze, they stayed warm. But they lived with paranoia. One mistake and they fell just as fast. Politicians were the richest in comfort, but the poorest in trust. Was the poorest? Ordinary people. They had no power, no protection, no safety. Who was the strongest? Soldiers. They carried the weight of the country on their backs. Who lived the best materially? Party elites. They ate well and slept warm. Who lived the most dangerously? Everyone, but for different reasons. 1930s Soviet Union. The poorest weren't weak. They were unbreakable. The strongest weren't safe. They were expendable. And the richest weren't free. They were trapped by their own power. Everyone survived differently, but only one thing mattered. Not who you were, but how long you lasted.